but now we're ready to party. Let's get this game started. We're in game number 2. This is best of 5. Here are the finals. Both guys scouting. It's PvP. Spawning in the bottom right corner of the map is going to be the yellow Protoss player, Kiwikaki.
And opposing him on the left as the red Protoss. He's up 1 game already. It is Puck.
Woo. Puck did some really cool decision making in that game. And what I really liked above all else was those storms. It looked like Kiwikaki had so much damage in the early game. He was the one picking off the probes. It looked like that was going to be him in control of the game the whole way through, but Puck managed to play from behind, and he did it really well.
Yeah, I mean, he was behind the 10 workers in. That's a quite significant economy loss in the early game, having lost so many workers to the Adepts and then the Oracle. And he came back just with the Blinkstalker counter engagement, and took his third base earlier, and it kind of just snowball effect with the storms.
The storms were so good. I mean, we got Raph sitting here just kind of watching, observing over my shoulder, and he's just like, yeah, they're pretty good if you just sit in them. And like, that's the case. He was just sitting them. It was like so gross and so disgusting, but it's cool to see nonetheless. We're going to see Puck actually go for a little bit of aggression in this game, so he'll have his stalkers out. I do want to stress 2 things really quickly though, guys. Number 1 is that we are trying to rush through here towards the end of it, so we're going to be going as quick as we can, game to game type thing. As about 1 o'clock is my hard stop. I got to head to the airport by then, or else I might miss my flight, and there's no later flights today, so can't afford to do that. Secondly, someone brought up a chat. Fear Dragon just posted about it. This coming Sunday, Zombergob, me, Olivia, aka Oli Moly, and Fear Dragon are starting a D&D campaign together. I've never played Dungeons & Dragons before. I have no idea what I'm doing. My character is a bard, and that's all I know. But I think it's going to be a lot of fun. But Puck's going to do the offensive overcharge! 2 pylons going down outside of the range of Kiwikaki's own pylon. He's going to throw these down, and the best part about having the stalkers for this is they do deal bonus damage to buildings. Adepts do not. Adepts are going to take a long time to tear through these pylons. This is going to be so stupid.
I like that. That's crazy.
He's kind of got to focus down the pylons though that are coming in, or Puck's just going to overcharge his own pylons. So we got this weird pylon war going on right now. What nice username made like a joke thing about this with the depots versus pylons. I never thought it'd be pylons versus pylons, but the stalkers are winning this fight.
Oh yeah, the stalkers actually target down the mothership core, and the mothership core won't be able to further pylon overcharge, whereas Puck's mothership core will. This is actually going to be spiraling pretty far out of control.
Probe's getting pulled for this. He does have the weak stock on the front line. It's a little bit of a problem, but not that big of a deal as he does have such a huge lead. There's no way Kiwikaki can keep up with this. His production just isn't there. Unless Puck severely miscontrols his units, this is either a guaranteed Nexus kill or a guaranteed game win. I mean, there's just such a small amount of stalkers. Puck's getting closer and closer to the ramp with his own pylons. We can overcharge once again. New mothership core comes out. She's going to get targeted down immediately. Not before Puck just gets away with how much health is that? 4 health, barely escapes. But offensive overcharge.
Oh man, this is looking to be pretty dicey here for Kiwikaki. I mean, one stalker just has to right-click that mothership core and it's going down. The natural Nexus as well is definitely demolished.
I really want to see Puck.
Natural Nexus, which is really good for him.
I really want to see Puck throw down a photon overcharge on that pylon though. Take out the gateway if nothing else, but that mothership core has a lot of energy to use. Maybe he was saving up and hoping for a time warp of some variety. I'm unsure, but this was a really cool attack from him. Now Kiwikaki does sneak out a pylon on the other side of the map and maybe can spare an adept warp in, and that looks to be exactly what he's doing, hoping to go for some kills because Puck doesn't have anything at home to defend.
Yeah, I mean the pylon is actually doing quite significant damage to this gateway, but as long as Kiwikaki can actually hold his ramp.
Oh, Puck can recall. That's right. It's only 50 energy now. I forgot. Is he going to though? That's the question.
Yeah, he does have 80 energy on that mothership core though, so this is actually really nice. Adepts are now doing damage on some probes here. His own adept, warp-in is gonna counteract this though here for Puck. This is really smart of him to do. Stay on the aggressive.
That cyber core.
And defensive.
That cyber core's in a really terrible position, Libby. If he loses this, he loses his production. A force field gonna help him catch one of the stalkers. Guardian shield could potentially go up and help him win a straight up engagement. But at the end of the day, if this cyber core is gone, there's no more stalkers for Kiwikaki.
Yeah, Puck is taking a really significant lead in this game so far. Like
and he's winning the adept fight at home.
Yep. He's winning the adept fight at home. He's winning the aggressive stalker battle on his opponent's side of the map.
Kiwikaki's starting to panic here just a little bit. The Adepts were focusing on a gateway there, so now the Adepts are completely gone. Puck has nothing left defensively to worry about. He could even push up this ramp, and again, I really feel like with the Guardian Shield would take a fight so one-sidedly against the amount of Stalkers in play. I mean, it's 35 army supply versus what is barely 22. And the problem is, with losing 2 of those gateways, Kiwikaki lost a lot of his production. Now, he did get the Cybercore back up, that's good, but I don't know if that'll be enough.
Yeah, I feel like with Kiwikaki not actually warping in any sentries of his own, I mean, Puck could just warp in a whole round of Stalkers, push up the ramp, and actually just outnumber the Stalkers that Kiwikaki has.
I would love to see him just send an Adept through, too, like sending transfer to the back of that mineral line or something. But both players being kind of forced all in this situation, and Puck, I don't know how I feel about this for him. Like, this is, this is dangerous.
Yeah, Puck's just playing it. He's playing it pretty safe from here on out, actually. He's saturating his natural base. His economy is just going to be so far superior than that of Kiwikaki's. From this point on, just because he has 2 base saturation. When Kiwikaki's main mines out, which is going to be fairly soon because this is Legacy of the Void, what is Kiwikaki going to do? He's going to be forced to engage out of his base and push down that ramp.
Right now, he's at a huge advantage with Blink. When it comes to any sort of head-on engagement, Blink will always take priority. But he's actually going to go around Puck's army. Did Puck see that Blink? I don't think Puck saw that Blink. Oh my god!
He doesn't know.
No, well, hang on. He might see this at the Adepts move out or something. He sends the Observer and sees where the Stalkers are missing, sees those little ones blink out. He can now push in and go for a kill, and then recall potentially, depending on how quickly this goes out of hand. I mean, this is a dangerous move, and this could be a base trade. I see with a question mark. I don't actually know. This is such a weird scenario. He's going to leave some Stalkers here, enough to one-shot the probes, and then Warper to defend. He's got Adepts. He's got his own overcharges available. He's going to stop the Stalkers. They're killing the pylon, but that's not going to matter. The Adepts can soak the hits. The sentries with the Guardian Shields reducing the damage by 2 per shot. And on the other side of the field, probes are just going to keep dying. If Puck holds, Puck wins, and it looks like Puck is going to hold.
Yeah, this is looking like Puck's game to take here. I mean, two Stalkers warped in defensively here for Kiwikaki, but that is just not nearly enough to bring him back to this game at all.
Down to 14 probes with this one on. His main's almost mined out on top of all of this. In fact, if Puck just builds a pylon to pylon block the natural, he pretty much wins the game.
Yeah, Immortal production now has begun for Puck as well behind this. 2 Adepts to follow up and support the units. Dark Shrine went ahead, Dark Shrine went behind, Dark Shrine doesn't matter to Puck, he's building it anyway.
Just Dark Shrine whenever, that's the saying.
That's the saying now for Protoss.
Dark Shrine whenever you like. The Adepts are not in the mineral line. They're going to waste some shots here. The Chrono Boost has also not been repositioned anywhere useful. He's still leaving on the Twilight Council. Small detail, but a waste nonetheless. Kiwikaki trying to do what he can. He knows Blink is good, but it's not going to be that good in this situation. Barrier on the Immortal goes up by autocast, and will make sure the Stalkers don't focus it down. GG is going to be called, and Puck will take a 2-0 lead here in the finals.
It was really nice place force builds at the end there. After they had aggressively blinked, just blocked them off so they couldn't retreat either, and really just finished the game from there.